How's it going, guys? Welcome back to a new video. This one we're going to be rebuilding, and I'm going to call this one the impossible rebuild. So what we're going to do, we're going to edit some things. We're going to edit our simulator difficulty and make it to 100. So normally we do it on 50. 50 is like the standard, 50-50. But when it's on 100, things are almost impossible. It's almost impossible for us to win like 20 games with the Warriors when we have simulator difficulty up to 100. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know what team we're going to do it with, so we're going to have to randomize that. But it should be a great one. If I can somehow rebuild a team and win on 100% difficulty, I don't know. Maybe I'll be the GOAT. So let's see. We're going to randomly select a team. And 3, 2, 1, we're stopping. And it's going to be the Sacramento Kings. They got some solid pieces that I can turn into some good things. The way I'm thinking about it is, man, the only way we're going to defeat this challenge and actually be successful is if we put together like an all-star level team. When I say all-star level team, I mean like we have 5 all-stars on it. So it should be a good one. If we can pull it off, I don't know. We're going to have to definitely try. So I'm going to simulate the first month. I'm not going to make any changes, and I'm going to show you how impossible this is. Okay, so you see how impossible this is. In the first month, we got 0 wins. Now, I know the Kings aren't a great team, but this is definitely a team that could put together at least 1 win in a month, but that's how impossible this rebuild is going to be. DeMarcus Cousins is averaging 19-7 or 19-9, shooting 56%, but we can't get a win. So I'm going to try to make some trades right off the back. I got to get rid of Rondo because he's probably not going to sign back, so we do want to get something back for him. And let me see if we have any more one-year deals. Caron Butler, Seth Curry, Ben McLemore, James. Okay, we're going to figure something out. I'll be right back. So in this video, I will be abusing the system. I'm going to be accepting trades that aren't really realistic because we need them. We're 0-19 right now. So the first trade we're going to do, we're going to trade Rajon Rondo and Seth Curry for Eric Bledsoe and Ronnie Price. So we're getting a younger guy and Eric Bledsoe, who's already locked up for a long period of time. Now, will we keep Eric Bledsoe? We're going to have to see, but we're going to normalize the numbers here. So we got another Kentucky guy. We got some more Kentucky guys on the team. I know DeMarcus Cousins love his people from the Kentucky. We did just, I think we did just get rid of one, but it is what it is. We're going to try to see if we can make one more move. So Kosta Koufos's contract is way too much for me. So we're going to get rid of him, trade him for Markel Brown just to free up some cap space. He's making $7.7 million a year, and Markel Brown is not even making $1 million. So that's going to be a trade to free up some cap space, and I think we got one more trade in it. So the next trade we're going to do, we're going to get a first-round pick from the Knicks in 2017. We're going to try to stack as many picks as we can and try to trade them once we get to the actual draft. So Ben McLemore, we drafted you a couple years ago. You haven't panned out to what we wanted, so I think it's time to part ways. And we're going to get back Kyle O'Quinn, who will probably just flip right away. So this is probably going to be the last trade of the season. We're going to trade Kyle O'Quinn and Caron Butler for Demo and KJ McDaniels. I'm doing this in hope that Demo actually signs back. He has 1 more year in his contract. I'm not sure. Yeah, he doesn't have any more player or team options. So hopefully he'll sign back this offseason. I'm taking a chance. But that's going to be the last trade. And I'm going to show you guys the rotation now. Hopefully we can win a game. We're going to have to see. So we got Eric Bledsoe, Marco Bellinelli, Rudy Gay. I don't know why I just drew a blank right there. Demo, DeMarcus Cousins. You see the bench too. So did I make this team better or worse? We're going to have to find out in a second. We got an injury right there with Derek Collison. But right now, if we lose a bunch of games, I'm okay with that too because our probability of getting that first overall pick is going to be pretty high. So I'm going to go to the All-Star break and I'll show you guys the record then. Okay, boys, All-Star break. We are sitting at 7-46. The impossible rebuild continues, man. Let's take a look at our player stats. DeMarcus Cousins not averaging 20. It's almost impossible for somebody to average 20 when your team is only putting up 80. It's tough. It's definitely going to be a tough rebuild, but I don't think I'm going to make any more trades. I'll take a look and see if anybody's injured or anything. No injuries or anything. So I'm not making any more trades. We're going to go right to the end of the season. And then in the offseason, we got a lot to do. At the end of the first season, Kevin Durant wins MVP as he usually does. Karl Anthony Towns wins Rookie of the Year. Evan Turner wins Sixth Man of the Year. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player of the Year. And CJ McCollum wins Most Improved. Steve Kerr with the 67-15 record wins Coach of the Year. So all NBA first team, I don't expect to see anybody, but we do have DeMarcus Cousins at all NBA second team, and I don't expect to see anybody from the defensive side. Okay, so at the end of the first season, we sit at 12-70. Yes, 12-70, the worst record in the league by far. lower than the Philadelphia 76ers. So we got a lot to do this offseason. Let's simulate the rest of the season and see who wins the NBA championship. And the Warriors repeat 4-1 against the Cavs. So here we go. Finals MVP goes to Steph Curry, as we all probably thought. Look at all these players retiring. The big ticket, Kobe, Vince Sanity, The Truth. Oh my God, Jesus Shuttleworth. This is a sad day for NBA, man. All these great players retiring, and then some great coaches too. Rick Carlisle, Dwayne Casey. Why is Dwayne Casey retiring? I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to go into the lottery, and I'll come back when we find out what number pick we have. Okay, boys, we had a 25% chance of winning the lottery and getting that first overall pick, but we dropped all the way down to 4th. Now, you know we never draft. We never actually draft. We usually flip our picks and try to get some great players in return, but that pick has so much value when it's the first overall pick, man. So we're going to be missing out on that value, but a top 4 pick is still pretty good. We got to somehow turn that into some great things. So I'm going to go right into the draft, and I'll cut back if we make any trades. So right now we're trying to put together a trade for Klay Thompson. It's going to be almost impossible because they consider themselves a championship contender. So we're going to have to work some magic if we're going to get this to work. So we're going to throw in all our picks, throw in Rudy Gay, and we need a player from them who they have on, still with a contract. Kevin Looney. Oh my God, we just picked up Klay Thompson. Did we give up too much? Probably. But we have Klay Thompson on the team now, and we still have some key players that we can move now. Wow, that was big. That was definitely big. So we picked up Klay Thompson. Let's see if we can get anything else. I'll come back if we do. Okay, so we're trying to make a trade for another point guard that'll be a little bit better. Not sure who I want to try to take a look at, even though I know Darren Collison shouldn't be our point guard for sure. At least our starting point guard. I wonder if I can pick up Reggie Jackson. What do they think about Reggie Jackson? Okay, so they're willing to trade him if we put together the right amount of things. That's not going to be it, though. How about the rest of these second-round picks for Reggie? No. No, okay. Okay, instead of Marco Bellinelli, let's throw in Omri Caspi. He's worth a little more. Okay, there we go. So we traded all of our picks, every last one of them, and we picked up Reggie Jackson as our starting point guard. Let's see if I have anything else to move. Willie Cauley-Stein could be moved. Let's see what we can get for Marco Bellinelli, even though it's probably very little because he's not worth a lot. But let's just see. I know I would love to pick up another pick because we don't have any for next season. So let's do that. Whose pick do we want? Whose pick do we want as being offered? The Cavs, the Clippers, Miami. Let's take Miami's pick. The chances are that out of those 3 teams, Miami's going to be the one with the lesser record. So we did make some big moves. Did I give up a lot for Klay Thompson? You decide that in the comment section below. But we're just going to have to wait and see. So they picked up Thon Maker with that 4th pick that we traded away. So here we go. I'm going to go into free agency, and hopefully I can sign people. You know that my luck when signing players at free agency is like trash. So we're going to have to wait and see. So take a look at the roster here going into the second season. DeMarcus Cousins, Klay Thompson, Reggie Jackson. We didn't have a lot of cap room going into the free agency after making those trades. So we had enough to pick up Luol Deng, Lance Stevenson, Jared Bayless, J.J. Hickson, Tony Snell, Brandon Jennings, and that's pretty much it. We didn't have enough to pick up a big name. So take a look at the rotation. We got Reggie Jackson, of course, Klay Thompson, the big 2 in the backcourt. In the front court, we got Demo and DeMarcus Cousins, who's now a 93 overall. So is this team going to win more than what? How many games? We had like 16 wins last season. Hopefully so. Let's take a look. Yeah, we had 12 wins last season. So hopefully this team is a little bit better. And we're going to have to wait and see. Okay, we actually got a lot better. We have 18 wins already, somehow. Let's take a look and see if those trades paid off. Klay Thompson averaging 20, so that's good. I mean, that's down from last season, but 20 is pretty solid for him, I guess. Marcus Cousins' numbers are really dropping. I don't know why, but they're dropping a lot. And yeah, you see the rest of the numbers. So right now we sit at... Oh, we're still last in the West. We're still last in the West, but I don't think I'm going to make any trades. I'm trying to take a look at the roster one more time through. Yeah, I'm not going to make any trades. We're going to keep that for the draft next year. At the end of the second season, Russell Westbrook wins MVP. Ben Simmons wins Rookie of the Year. Cameron Payne wins Sixth Man of the Year. His numbers jumped up a lot, so shout out to Cameron Payne. Anthony Davis wins Defensive Player of the Year. John Wall wins Most Improved. So there it is. Billy Donovan wins Coach of the Year. See if we have anybody from our team on these lists. Is Klay Thompson going to be on here somewhere? No. But Eric Bledsoe is. We traded Eric Bledsoe for Klay Thompson. Eric Bledsoe went out and averaged 20. Wow. So it is what it is, man. So we finished the season with a pretty solid record, man. If we can make one more step, only thing we need is one more step, we'll be in the playoffs. 33 total wins in this season. So we're going to simulate the playoffs and see who wins it all, man. It's Eric Bledsoe. Oh, Eric Bledsoe and the Golden State Warriors take a L in the first round. The championship is going to go to the OKC Thunder. But Boston made it all the way there. Oh, because they signed LeBron, and now they have Ben Simmons, and they have Jay Crowder still. So, wow. Okay, so Boston made it to the championship, and they lost to Kevin Durant and the OKC Thunder. So here it is. Tim Duncan, Dirk, Jamal Crawford. Oh, my God. Another season where so many great basketball players retire. The lottery's going to come up. I'll come back when we find out what pick we have. Right now, we're projected to have... I didn't even see that. Okay, where are we at? We traded our pick. Dang it, I forgot we traded our pick. So we don't even have a pick, and now I got to sit through this entire lottery, and we don't even have a pick. So we're going to get into the draft, try to make some moves. I know we don't have many picks. Like, yeah, we have a pick from this year and next year, or the 2020. But I don't know, can we trade Luol Deng in those picks and try to get somebody better at our small forward position? I don't think so, because these picks are going to be worth close to nothing. We can make this trade to jump up to the 9th pick. I think that's the move right now. Jumping up to the 9th pick for these picks and then trading that 9th pick for a player. So let's see. Can we... I like Willie Cauley-Stein a lot, but I think he has a solid... he has a solid amount of trade value. So... Let's make this move, man. Oh, that would be giving up Reggie Jackson, though. I didn't see Reggie Jackson there. I just thought that was it. But even with his trade value, there's not a lot that we can do with these two things. That's weird to me because that's 3 stars and 3 stars going together, and we still can't figure something out. What if we throw in one other player like Brandon Jennings, a guy on a small contract? Still nothing. I mean, we could jump up to the 4th overall pick, but then what will happen? But even when we're doing this, we're getting rid of some contracts. So maybe we do want to do that. Jump up to the 4th overall pick. Oh my God, we're demolishing this team after we just had we still have this 9th overall pick. Okay. And let's throw in Patrick. We just picked up Patrick Beverley, and let's look at this. We can probably pick up the Greek Freak. Oh my God. Are we doing this? We could pick up this Bender Cat, but I want to win the championship this year. This is the last season, so we want to win the championship ASAP. We could pick up Bradley Beal, but we already have a shooting guard that we love. This seems like the best trade option right now. I'm screenshotting this in my mind, but we're going to try to see if we can put together something else. If we can't, then we're going to come back to that. Okay, so I just toyed around with things for like 20 minutes. I couldn't put together a better trade than this one right here. So we're giving up these first round picks, but in return, we're going to get the Greek Freak, who's still progressing, man. I'm almost positive that his overall jumps up to like an 88 after the 2nd season. So we're going to have to the league is going to have to deal with him as our new small forward. So we have a big 4 kind of. I would like to sign another power forward this offseason. So I want to free up a little bit more space. So players like Corey Brewer is going to have to go because that contract is way too large for us. We can pick up another 1st round pick. Do we need that? No. We just need to dish off this contract for something small, something really small. What's the smallest we could get? I think it's this one. He's making $1 million a year, so let's do that. And we're gonna end off the draft and go into free agency and hope that we have enough money to sign a solid power forward, and then we'll be all good going into this next season. We'll be solid, and maybe we can somehow get into the playoffs, because getting into the championship game is going to be ridiculous. My goal right now is just to get into the playoffs. So let's see how much cap room we have. First, I want to decline Kevin Looney's option there. Blake Griffin's going to be in free agency. Paul Millsap accepted. Dang, I was going to say Paul Millsap's going to be there, but he accepted his offer. So let's see, man. How much cap space will we have going into free agency? we don't have anything. We don't have anything. We got about 5 million. And I don't want any of these players. I do have bird rights on KJ McDaniels, though, so he probably will be coming back somewhere down the line. So, and there's not a lot of people in free agency right now. What if we picked up Greg Monroe and moved Greg Monroe back over to that power forward position? I know it didn't really work out with Andre Drummond, but maybe it'll work out with us. So let's see if we have enough money. We don't have enough money to do that. So how about we pick up Alex Len? Okay, we're going to have to figure things out, and I'll come back once we get everything sorted and somehow put together a team that we can actually do some good things with. So I just got into the second season, and I'm looking for a new power forward because we couldn't pick up one in the offseason. And I see this trade, Demo, a first-round pick, and Carl Landry for Joel Embiid and Jeremy Grant. And that's a no-brainer for me. So somehow I'm going to have to make DeMarcus Cousins or Joel Embiid our new power forward. I'm going to see what happens to DeMarcus Cousins overall if we make him the power forward. But, man, I'm ready to get into the season. We didn't make any really big changes because, as you saw, we didn't have a lot of cap space. But, you know, we do have the Greek Freak now. Oh, his overall actually jumps up by 1. So this is the new starting lineup, guys. Reggie Jackson, Klay Thompson, the Greek Freak, DeMarcus Cousins, and Joel Embiid. We don't have a backup power forward or center on the roster. So actually, I'm going to go out there and try to make a trade for that really fast because you need somebody off that bench that can come in and play that big man position. So we're going to have to see what we can find. We can pick up Bogut right here. I just need something really fast. Bogut may be the guy. He may be the only guy that they're offering us for a Clint Capella. Look at that. That's a pretty solid trade. I'm going to do that one for sure unless we see somebody way better. Clint Capella, welcome to the squad, man. We're going to have to turn that. So I think we're good. Let me just look at it one more time. So Clint Capella is now our new backup center, but now we don't have a backup point guard. We have a bunch of centers, dude. What the heck? Let's go into free agency if we can see if there's a point guard here. Sebastian Napier, can we sign him? We can. Sebastian Napier is now into the squad, and one thing I do want to do is I want to release one of these centers because they suck. Sasha Khan, sorry about that, but you're no longer on the squad. So now, do we do that? Sebastian Napier is going to get these minutes just because we need somebody to run the offense. Even if he really doesn't get many minutes, he's still our new backup point guard. So I'm going to simulate a couple weeks into the season, and we'll see what the record's at. Okay, I know I said a couple weeks into the season, but I wanted to surprise you guys at our record. So I decided not to show anything. You'll see in a second what we finish. Kevin Durant wins most improved player. This guy, at the age of 30, at the age of 29, he's still doing his thing, man. Oh my God, he wins so many MVPs. This guy wins Rookie of the Year. Nobody knows him. Thaddeus Young wins Sixth Man of the Year. Andre Drummond wins Defensive Player of the Year. Most improved goes to Jamal Murray. And then Billy Donovan wins Coach of the Year again. Now, we're going to see if we have any players here. Where's All NBA? Okay, All NBA team. Do we have anybody? We're not going to have anybody. Again, this is surprising that Nicholas Batum is there. Defensive team, are we going to have anybody on the defensive team? No. Maybe that means to you guys that we didn't do well, but boom, look at this. We finished with the best record in the Western Conference, tied with OKC, but we did beat them out of the games that we played. We did win the majority of them. So we are the number 1 seed, man. Number 1 seed. And I want to prove to you guys still, I don't know why I need to do this, but I still prove to you guys that we are playing on 100% difficulty when it comes to the simulation. So somehow we did. I don't know. Maybe did our team just play really well? Let's take a look at the player stats. Oh, Joel Embiid is injured right now. We're going to have to mess with the rotation. But Klay Thompson led scoring. DeMarcus Cousins behind him. So the Greek Freak came in 88 overall, and he did his thing, man. Did what we needed him to do. Sebastian Napier, the guy that we basically just signed. We just signed him in the right before we start the season. Really good backup point guard right there for us. And yeah, you see the rest of the things. So we got to go against Minnesota in the first round. We'll take a look at their roster, and then I'm going to mess with our rotation since Joel Embiid is out. They picked up DeAndre Drummond. Or DeAndre Jordan, what am I talking about? And they have a bunch of centers, but their team is still pretty solid. Let's take a look at our rotation. I'm going to make some changes here, and then I'll be back once we got everything figured out. Okay, so basically what I just did is I lowered our rotation down to a 9-man rotation just because I like for my starters to play as many minutes as possible in the playoffs because this is do or die right now. This is the last season we're doing this. So game 1 we win. Game 2 we lose. Oh no. Game 3 we win. Game 4 we win. It looks like we're getting on to the next round that we do against the Portland Trail Blazers. Let's see who the Portland Trail Blazers have on their team. I feel like their team is still pretty good. They just have Damian Lillard. That's it. Damian Lillard has been holding his team down. He averaging 26 and 9. So if we can stop Damian, we'll be okay in the second round. Game 1 is a victory. Game 2 we lose. Game 3 we win. Game 4 we win. It looks like we're going to make it to the Western Conference Finals. This is ridiculous against the OKC Thunder, a team that pretty much wins a championship every year. So take a look at their team. They got Marcin Gortat now. Cameron Payne jumped up to an 80 overall after a couple seasons. They still have Ben McLemore. We traded them. No. I don't think we traded. Yeah, we traded him to New York, and then he signed here. But yeah, that is what it is, man. We're going to have to win these games, hopefully. Game 1, oh my God. Are we going to make it to the championship? We are going to... Oh, I spoke too soon. Okay, we're in the championship game. Oh my God, against the Boston Celtics. This is ridiculous. I think they still have LeBron, right? Yes. They still have LeBron. They still have Isaiah Thomas. They have Ben Simmons and Buddy Hield. This team is stacked. So let's see if we can somehow win the championship still. Oh my God. Oh, guys, somehow. 100% difficulty. I still have it. I showed you a couple seconds ago. We were able to win this championship. We're going to jump in so you can see the celebration. I jumped into this game, 18 seconds left. We're only up by 4. I thought we were up by more, but we got to hold this out, man. We can't throw this game. Avery Bradley fouls out there, but I think Klay Thompson's free throws are pretty easy. Okay, I thought I missed it. I mean, this is a championship game. We could put it away, so of course the crowd is going to be really loud in this situation, but we made the first free throw and the second one's up, and that's good too. We just got to make sure LeBron doesn't do anything extremely crazy, like his game 6 versus the Spurs. Like, LeBron made a big 3. I don't know if, like, everybody remembers the Ray Allen 3, but LeBron made a big 3 right before that. Speaking of LeBron, he's leaning. That wasn't enough. It looks like we're going to win the championship. Give it up to Klay. Look at me. Sportsmanship. Step back 3 with Klay Thompson, and it's wet. To win the championship game, Klay Thompson with the big 3. 100%. The impossible rebuild is not impossible. Klay Thompson does it. Look at the small amount of Kings fans in the arena, in the garden, but it doesn't matter, man. We win this championship. If you did enjoy the video, as always, be sure to leave it a like. If you got through this point, let me know. Let me know if you do this. Tell me if you win the championship. 100% difficulty simulation is a hard task. We put together a really solid team. One of my favorite coach right there, Brad Stevens, congratulating Klay Thompson on the championship. What was DeMarcus Cousins? He's probably fouled now. But anyway, if you enjoyed it, be sure to leave it a like. King of the fourth quarter. Thanks so much for watching.